Today we'll be discussing intersectionality, what it is, and why it matters. So, what is intersectionality? Coined by Kimberly Crenshaw, intersectionality is defined as a metaphor for understanding the ways that multiple forms of inequality or disadvantage sometimes compound themselves and create obstacles that often are not understood among conventional ways of thinking. In other words, it's a framework that challenges us to look beyond single narrative issues and consider the layered nature of social injustices. Why does it matter? Well, understanding intersectionality is important in order to recognize the complex interplay of identities and addressing nuanced forms of inequality. More specifically, it helps us understand how different forms of discrimination interact and exacerbate inequality. This will help foster a more inclusive and empathetic approach to social justice and personal growth. In the spirit of Women's History Month, we'll be looking at three incredible scholars, Kimberly Crenshaw, Bell Hooks, and Angela Davis. Each has contributed uniquely to our understanding of intersectionality, weaving together the threads of race, gender, class, and more to present a more inclusive tapestry of the human experience. We'll be looking at each of them, discussing their contributions to the understanding and advancement of intersectionality. Kimberly Crenshaw's contributions to intersectionality include coining the term itself and developing it as a critical framework to understanding how various forms of social stratification, such as race, gender, class, and others, intersect to create unique modes of discrimination and privilege. She most notably applied this to legal studies, showcasing the limitations of traditional anti-discrimination laws that more often than not fail to address the complex realities that individuals face, especially those who belong to multiple marginalized groups. Her seminal work, Demarginalizing the Intersection of Race and Sex, a Black feminist critique of anti-discrimination doctrine, feminist theory, and anti-racist politics, is where she first introduced the concept of intersectionality and how things such as race and gender are in fact things that should be considered together when discussing equality. Beyond academic writing, Crenshaw is a co-founder of the African American Policy Forum, or AAPF for short. The AAPF is a think tank that brings together academics, activists, and policymakers to promote efforts to dismantle structural inequality. Gloria Jean Watkins, better known by her pen name Bell Hooks, was an author and activist who made significant contributions to the discourse on intersectionality. Her work extensively explores the interconnectivity of race, gender, capitalism, and class. Most notably, her works focused on how much of the political and social discourse surrounding feminist movements failed to recognize the struggles that women of color and women from different socioeconomic backgrounds underwent, instead focusing on the challenges of the white middle-class woman. Hooks' book, Ain't I a Woman? Black Women and Feminism, is a work that critiques the marginalization of Black women within both the context of the feminist movement and the civil rights movement. She introduced the concept of imperialist white supremacist capitalist patriarchy, describing the interconnected systems of oppression that shape our world. Her commitment to education not only led her to engage in public speech and teaching roles, but also in the establishment of the Bell Hooks Institute at Berea College, serving as a place for people to explore her life's works and the themes central to her teachings: love, race, gender, culture, and art. Angela Davis is an activist whose works focus on the prison industrial complex, feminism, and international solidarity and anti-imperialism. Her groundbreaking work, Race, Women, and Class, provides a comprehensive analysis of the women's liberation movement, focusing on the intersections of race, gender, and class. She further critiques the movement's historical inclusion of women of color and working-class women. Davis also co-founded Critical Resistance, an organization that works to dismantle the prison industrial complex, showing her commitment to change. Together, the works and actions of Crenshaw, Hooks, and Davis underscore the importance of an intersectional approach when discussing social justice. Their contributions show the many layers of identity and oppression present in our lives, challenging us to consider the inherently complex nature of social injustices. By integrating their ideas, we are better equipped to develop strategies that address the root causes of inequality and celebrate the diversity of the human experience. Their legacies remind us that in the fight for a more equitable world, understanding the intersections of our identities and experiences is not just an intellectual exercise, but a crucial foundation for solidarity, empathy, and transformative action. Thanks for watching.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and today I'm going to be talking about intersexuality. Personally, I did not understand the meaning of intersexuality. The way I would like to explain this is the acknowledgement that everyone has their own unique experiences of discrimination and oppression. Here's a personal story that I would like to share, and I think this is something that you all can possibly connect to. This is a story about my friend. Her name was Amy, and she knew who and what she liked at a very young age. In a Hispanic household myself, I knew that liking the opposite sex was always looked down upon, but as a kid, I never understood why. My grandparents, as I grew up, did explain why they used to tell me that becoming and or being homosexual was an issue, as God would judge and not forgive us for these sins. But times have changed and so have they. I think it's more so because they see it so often in our everyday society that they have just became more understanding, and I would like to think that they wouldn't judge us for our likings. Us meaning my siblings or anyone close or around them. This is something that has recently came to my knowledge. A white man can get paid $1.25, while a black woman with the same position, the same job, the same experience, and the same knowledge would get paid 75 cents because of the color of her skin and because of her gender. I never thought something like this would happen, and now that there is proof, it really is mind-blowing on what people would and wouldn't be judged on. These questions here, I do want us all to think about, and I do want to give you some time to answer these for yourself. The first one being, how can we change people's minds about our society? Personally, how I would answer this one is just think about our everyday lives and think about how we approach, how we first judge people without even talking to them. How can you be more open-minded? Or how would you just want people to approach you about the way you look, the way you dress, and the shoes maybe that you may even wear? For the second one being, how is intersexuality affecting the progress made on different issues? I think this is a good one because personally I don't know the right way to answer this question for myself. I think it is affecting everything because this is seen in everyday life. It's not only seen once a day, it's not seen only twice a day. It's in our everyday, every hour of every minute day lives. It might not even be with you, but it might be with someone else. How does inequality manifest in the workplace? This one, I do like this question. It brings up a lot of topics. It brings up a lot of everything. Especially for the last slide that I was just talking about how a man can get paid $1.25, yet a woman with the same everything gets paid 75 cents. I don't see how that is fair. I don't see how that hasn't been made a law that, we should all get paid the same, or, just because you are a man or a woman does not mean you need to get paid more nor less. I feel it's just based on your experience, your knowledge, your everything else, without even knowing nor seeing the race. And the last one, how do you think people experience this at different ages? Personally, I think that we all experience this, but all in different ways and all in different places as well, not even in workplaces, not in just one specific area or place. I think we see this in everyday lives. I do think though, honestly, women are more likely to see this than the men are. But thank you for your time. I do hope that this presentation did bring a lot more knowledge to you guys all. And just think about this in your everyday life once you talk to someone.